This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com.
AFTV, time to get into the player ratings. 1-0 to Manchester City.
Everybody gets 10 today because we only lost 1-0.
I'm with you on this. I'm with you with this mentality of, it was only 1-0. We put up a fight. No. We didn't have a go. And the game just petered out.
Yeah.
Leno in goal.
Again, do you know what? It's a weird game, but didn't have a lot to do. Man City only had 3 shots on target.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, didn't really have a lot to do. I'll probably say a 6 because he genuinely didn't have a lot to do.
Hector Billery.
Poor, awful, lost his man for the goal. It's not an agenda. It's just the fact that I don't rate him as a right back for Arsenal Football Club. I don't hate the guy. I don't wish ill harm on the guy. I just want a right back that's capable of doing the basics.
Somebody pointed out, I think it was one of the girls, Charlene or Kipper, pointed out that when we lost at their place, it was that was him as well. Remember, that was an error by him as well for their goal on that day where we only lost 1-0. It's small margin. Small margin.
Times. Do you remember the second goal for Leeds United that gave them a bit of an inkling that, we could get back in this? Player just runs off him and he's like, huh? Sorry, not good enough. And I will continue to say it. He's had long enough since his ACL injury now for us to say he's back fit and everything else. Not good enough. I'm sorry. That is one area we have to address without fail. So,
what are you giving him?
Even my phone's telling me now like how poor he is. It's like, but 3 because he lost the man for the goal that won the game ultimately. And then there was more than that in that first half. I feel so sorry for Pepe having to play on that right-hand side with him there because he doesn't give him the ball, doesn't do anything for him. There was one moment in the first half as well. We had the ball in front of him and he kicked it out for a throw-in 2 yards away from him. And I'm like, what are you doing? That's as bad as your foul throws. Nah, sorry.
Okay, Rob Holding.
Do you know what, Robbie? Yeah, and I don't know whether you agree with me on this, right? Bar that incident with the goal, I actually felt he had a decent game. I don't think he was that bad.
To be fair, after that, he was all right. But ultimately, he switched off again. And that's 2 games he's done that, and we've lost them.
Yeah.
So, had a decent game after costing us the game.
Yeah. Do you know what? You need to watch it back again, the first goal. It's just
terrible.
It's just lost his man, but then the man's come off Bellerin's shoulder as well, and it's just
they're both of them. You know, it's no way should he get a clean jump. If the ball ain't been whipped in, it's just been like lobbed up in the area.
Yeah, I know. You know what I would say with Rob is that the other 89 minutes of his game were actually good, so I'm not going to be too harsh on him because I felt that he did defend, to his capability, should we say. I'll probably say a 6.
All right. Pablo Mari.
Felt he looked rusty. But his former club are going to be happy because they're going to get their payout now. So, there was, I'll probably say 5. Not
5? Okay. Kieran Tierney.
Run himself into the ground. You can see what he offers down the left-hand side, but in that opening 15, 20 minutes, he was left exposed horribly. Felt so sorry for him coming back into a game against that. And he done well to turn that round. And then you could tell how much of a threat he was because Man City snuffed out that side in the second half. because they knew that if we were going to get anything, it would be down our left-hand side. Our left-hand side, Robbie, is like driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. And our right-hand side is like driving a Panda or just some busted up, beat up Fiat Uno or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? It's like the comparisons are just, it's not good enough, man. But Tierney, yeah, I would say that I'd probably say a 6 as well, to be honest with you. I felt he struggled in that first 25, 30 minutes, but he wasn't aided, shall we say. He was left exposed. And he done well to turn it around. So I'd say 6.
Okay, a 6, Granit Xhaka.
I thought he done well in there. But the problem is that when you've got Mohamed El-Neni and Granit Xhaka, is that there's no progressive player in the team.
Sideways.
You've got 2 sideways, backwards.
There was a few times where when Granit Xhaka and El-Neni, they received the ball on the half term and they just passed it straight back to the player who gave it to them. Whereas a Thomas Partey would have spun and driven into the and that was what was missing today.
Yeah. Looking at the bigger picture, is that one of those 2 has to be sold in the summer. And it's as simple as that. Has to be sold. El-Neni, great guy. Yeah, wonderful. I don't want my team to have great guys. I want great guys, amazing footballers. So one of them's got to go. But I would say Granit, 6 for me.
And El-Neni?
5. Worked hard. Can't ever fault the guy's work rate, but just offers nothing. Literally offers nothing at all, Robbie. His pass completion rate must be brilliant because he passes 5 yards and sideways.
Okay, Odegaard.
Had a very quiet game. Felt sorry for him in the first half. I see there was one moment I was watching him and he was going mad at the players for not giving him the ball. Because he's like trying to say to him, look, just pass, give me, I want more of the ball. And there was one point in the first half, he dropped so deep, he was like in a defensive midfield position. Because that's how pissed off he was getting that he didn't get the ball, that he was having to drop into the number 4 position, shall we say. That's how deep he was having to go. So I felt sorry for him in that respect because it was one of those games where he's just not getting the ball. And I would say a 5, to be honest.
Okay, Pepe.
Very quiet game. But I felt sorry for him today.
Non-existent in the game.
What's that?
But like you said, non-existent, but no service.
Yeah, no. The one thing he is doing now is working. But the only thing that I didn't get today is why did he play on the right and Saka on the left and not vice versa?
He's been playing, Saka's been brilliant on the right and he's been playing well on the left and we go and switch it around. Bro.
I don't know.
So what you
I don't know. 5.
And then on Saka on the other side.
Quiet game for him. Quiet game.
Yeah.
But again, when he did have the ball, he looked dangerous. But a quiet game by his standards. Slipping over a lot as well. There was a chance he had in that second half where the ball fell to him in the box and he slipped. But I'd probably say a 5 as well, to be honest. Didn't really get into it that much. Poor. Poor today. Very poor again. Starting to concern me in some respects. If he's playing through the middle, then he needs the kind of service that we had when we played Leeds United. Because if it's a game that we've got to play where we've got to hold up and bring others in, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do what Lacazette can do. I don't see why we put crosses in the box all the time. We sold Olivier Giroud 3 years ago. He's not that type of player. So today, yeah, not good. 4 for me.
All right, and then we just move on to the subs. Didn't get that long, but David Luiz, Ceballos,
Lacazette.
Lacazette, standard 5s for everyone, man. They didn't have a chance to do anything. The manager.
He gets a 4. He gets a 4 as well because he's
why did he change when Saka's been playing so well on the right-hand side, why move him to the left? Why
this
move
is the thing.
Why persist for so long with two holding midfielders when you can see we're not letting the other?
Yeah, well, the thing is, right, I don't have a problem with the starting 11 because it was quite strong. And I think it took a lot of us by surprise.
It was, but then when it's not working, the reaction, I'm getting a bit concerned with him when it comes to reaction, because he, we used to have a go at Arsene Wenger and saying that he took, his substitute was always on the 65th minute. Arteta seems to be 70th minute. Arteta seems to be 75-80 before he does it.
Yeah, and the players ain't got no time. Everybody knows that it takes players 5-10 minutes to get into the game. So what's the point in trying to get into the game when the game's then over? So again, I praise the man when I feel that he's done right, and I'll criticize the man when I think he's done wrong. And I've got no problem with the starting 11, but I just feel that the decision within the 11 to not play Pepe on the left and Saka on the right was baffling. Because if it was to play Saka on the left to protect Tierney from Riyad Mahrez, then in the opening 20 minutes, it didn't work. Because Riyad Mahrez had the freedom of the Emirates. I know it was his birthday today, but he genuinely must have thought, wow, even Arsenal are celebrating my birthday today. Give me the ball. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, strange one. 4, like I said, 4.
And finally, the referee.
Useless. John Moss, useless. Don't even leave him in the VA truck anymore. He needs to retire. He's absolute crap. What was the player in the first half? Was it the one that got booked in the second half where Aubameyang spun him, was away, and he's done a cynical foul on him? No yellow card. Yeah?
Yeah.
In the second half, Raheem Sterling, descent, smashed the ball on the floor in front of his face, and he's pulled him over to have a chat with him.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but the letter of the law is dissent. It's a yellow card. So what? What is it? What is it? And you're sitting there and you've just got a big smile on your face and everything because you got Mossy tattooed on your boots, imprinted on it. Prat. 0.
All right, well, DT, thanks a lot, mate. It's all on Thursday, mate. All on
great.
Thursday.
Cup final. Yeah.